In this video, I'm going to solve question number 9 on chapter 3 homework assignments. A local fruit company recently released a new flavor of applesauce. By the end of the first year, the profits on this product amounted to $44,000. The anticipated profits for the end of the fifth year is $132,000. Assumes that the rate of profits will remain constant over the time. So we know that this is the constant rate of change, or we can use a linear function to represent this model. So with P representing the profits and X representing the number of the years, write a linear function P of X that expresses the profits as a function of the time. So we know that the P of X, this is the linear function, right? So that is going to be equal to like mx plus b. So this one is what? This one is the linear functions. And how do I find the slope m? And how do I find the y-intercept? Well, we are given the fact that by the end of the first year, okay, by the end of the first year, so this is when x is equal to 1, the profits has this amount, okay. So you can write the order pair as x equal 1. By the end of the first year, x equal 1, the profits is equal 44,000. So you can put this in the order pair system. So that's going to be 1 and then 44,000. And the anticipated profits for the end of the fifth year. So that's going to be the fifth year. And then the profit is going to be $132,000. And now you can see that we have what? We have x1, y1, x2, y2, where you can find the slope m here. So m is given by y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. If you plug in here 132,000, subtract 44,000, and then divide by x2 is 5 minus x1 is 1. And if you do the calculation here, you should get m to be 22,000. Okay, so that is the slope m. And how do I find the y-intercept b? Well, you can use one of the 2 points given here and then solve for b. Let's just use the first point. So when the profit is equal to 44,000 and when the m is 22,000, the x when it's equal to 1, then I just have the value of b, which I need to solve for. So you see that 22,000 times 1 is 22. So to isolate the b on the right hand side, you are just going to subtract 22,000 on both sides, and your b is going to be equal to 22,000. So now after you have m and b, you can complete the equation. P of x equal m is 22,000, x plus b, this is 22,000, and that is the answer right here. Now someone put the y-intercept as 44,000. That is not correct, because this is the profits after the end of the first year, not in the beginning. The y-intercept is the value when your x is equal to 0, not 1. And then use the function in part A, which is this function, to predict the company's profits at the end of the 9 years. So all I have to do now is I plug in the value of 9. So I'm using this same equation. I find P of 9, and then I plug in 22,000 times 9, and then plus 22,000, and that will give me 220,000 $22,000, which is right here. Okay, and then lastly, the last part of this question is asking you use the function in part A. Again, this is the function in part A to predict when the company's profit should reach to this much. So this is your profits. So you make the substitution of the profit to be 462,000, and now you are looking for what is the how long to get to that profit, which means they are asking you to find the value of X right here. So that is simple. You're just gonna subtract 462,000, right? Subtract the 22,000 on both sides, and on the left hand side you're gonna get 440,000 equal 22200 X, and then to solve for X you just divide by 22,000 on both sides, and if you divide by that you should get like 20, right? So that's cancel out, X equal 20. So after 20 years you should get this profits.